Water signs, what's poppin'? It's your girl D here. We're going to see what we got going on for y'all for Aries season 2025. I hope all is well. And, okay, what we dealing with, water? Okay, hold on. Let's get the cards out. That was one too many that turned over. I feel like somebody could be trying to, or something could be holding you back. Something you could be looking back at is holding you back. That might be why it's difficult for you to move forward with the mountain energy here. Let me get the cards right. I think that's okay. I think you can see all of that. All right. So we're looking at multiple areas of your life, water signs. So this is for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for Aries season 2025. This is going to be a general reading. We're going to cover a couple different areas of your life. So take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? We're looking at what's going on in your personal private thoughts. We're looking at what's going on in your career, money, and finance. We're looking at what's going on with your love life, family life, social life. All right. And we're going to pull, some more. So this is just the base. This is what we're starting with. So I put out like 9 cards. So the top 3 are the current situation. The middle 3 are like your emotions or the emotions that are involved. And then the third row, the bottom row, is, what perspective you may want to consider or maybe not consider, or, how you may want to look at things or what may resolve the issue. I don't know. We'll see. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for Aries season 2025. Happy astrological new year. Make sure you shout out y'all Aries friends. Say happy birthday to them. Show some love to Aries. I love the spring. It's dope for me as a Scorpio. We got Mars in our chart too, right? Mars and Pluto. And I don't know about you or any other Scorpios, but I'm sure it's probably some other Scorpios. But anybody who got Mars in their first house, okay, especially in their ascendant, if you got Mars in your first house or you co-ruled by Mars, aka Scorpio, right? You feel that energy in the spring. I know Aries feel it. I don't even got to say nothing. I know they amped. Okay, I know they coming alive. Everything coming alive. The trees, the plants, everything coming. Come on, you coming alive too. Or that part of your chart where Aries is at. Okay, so shout out to the beautiful energy. You hear the revving and the revving in the background of the cars, like they out there, they wilding out. People coming alive. Let's see what's going on with your personal private thoughts, water signs. So we got the evil eye here, protection. The challenge here is somebody is shy, or there's some shyness going on here. What you may want to consider is, the 11th house energy, the edge. Let me put my perspectives on so I can see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. I can see things clearly now. Okay. So you need to be concerned about people around you. I feel like maybe you got somebody around you who you need to be careful of. They could be coming off as shy, or people are watching you, trying to send you evil eye. You should just be careful who you let in your business, is what I'm getting to. Okay. So people could be looking at you like, who you think you are because you quiet. Water signs, you pretty, if you got a lot of water placements, heavy water placements, you're very private. You don't let people all in your business like that. So for some of you, you could be around people who, and I was just thinking about the internet guy, yo. Listen, I have not seen the internet girl, but I have seen the internet guy. I ran into him. He lived around where I live at. And I'm like, whoa. Y'all probably like, what's the internet guy? Well, you got, first of all, what I do, I put cards out. I read what's going on for the collective. So I ran into what I call the internet guy. Like I said, I didn't see the internet girl yet, but I'm sure I'm going to run into her. Listen, he lives around my way. So, you know how you live in a place where parking, you could park wherever, it's free parking. Well, there's no issue, just park here, except for if you don't have handicap, that type of thing. So he likes this particular spot. And I didn't realize it or really dawn on me that, he was one of them people that's my spot type of people. But like I said, it's free parking type shit. So I noticed this because I'm parked in his spot. My lights are on, and it's dark enough where you can see that my lights are the only lights that are on. So what does he do? He pulls up in front of me so I can't pull out. He could have pulled up a little bit in front of me so I could pull out. He could have pulled up a little bit, to the right of me or to the left of me because he saw I was the only car with my lights on, meaning that I was about to pull out, right? So why would a car have their lights on if they about to move? You know they about to move. So why would you just pull directly in front of them and stop? So he looks at me, gets out, and walks into his apartment. So and I'm like, oh shit. I said, oh, this his, I put it two and two together. You know how them people is. I said, oh, this his spot. So he just, trying to, let me know this his little spot. Because why else would somebody do some dumb shit like that, right? So, he gets out, goes get whatever. And so I was like sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, he lucky I'm parked and was just sitting here getting my stuff together in the car before I was about to go into the spot. He lucky I wasn't about to leave because I would have got out and be like, can you please move your car? You see my lights on. You park right in front of me. Like, what's going on? So then another time, so I didn't like him from that time. And he looked like one of them internet dudes. Like, the guys who be always dressed up like they going to an event, but they be dressed up like that all the time. Like, he don't really be having no downtime where he just like got on some chill clothes and just be chilling. He always razzle dazzled up like the internet dudes, and they be listening to these. He one of them type of dudes that think he high value. Like, one of them type of dudes. He be listening to that shit on the internet. Like one of them, the internet dude. Yeah. So some of y'all might got one of them around watching you, okay, throwing evil eye at you, hating on you, really liking you, wanting to talk to you and get to know you. That's what I was thinking when I seen him. I'm like, dude, this dude want some attention? Like, why would he do something like that? Why else would someone pull up right in front of you? You're the only one, it's dark out. You're the only one with your lights on. He pulled directly in front of you, look at you, then get out. Like, who does that? I'm parked like this. He is cars like this. He pulls up to me like this. Okay, right directly in front of my car, so I can't go nowhere. He could have pulled up here or could have pulled up down here. I don't even know if you could see my damn hands. But no, he had to pull right. He drove and pulled right here. Looked at me and then got out. I'm like, yo, this dude, he want to be seen. So I feel like y'all got somebody around you like that. You not paying this person no mind. Okay, you got an internet chick around, you know what I'm saying, or an internet dude around you. They live around where you live at. They trying to get attention. That's what this 11th house energy is. They just, they shy. It's like you don't pay them no mind. You know what I mean? And they acting all funny because you ain't sweating them. Yeah, third wheel. Some of you, they want you to connect with them and be a third wheel in their little group, whatever they got going on. You could be a single man or a single woman. They could be in a relationship. These are some people who might be miserable or upset in the relationship that they in, and they want to bring someone in, start some shit. You know what this remind me of? I was watching on Stars. It's called the Couple Next Door. Yo. Stereotypical. Yo. First of all, I only got through the first couple of I won't say it's stereotypical, it's starting off that way, right? But now that shit popped off, now we're seeing what happens to their relationships and what goes on in their lives after they do the thing. So I'm like, okay, well, so I just feel like for some of y'all, you could meet somebody who may be mad at you because they, you're not sweating them like everybody else. Okay. This is somebody who you just be like, oh, okay, like you noticed him. Like, I'm like, okay, I noticed him because he live in my area, but it wasn't like I don't gotta speak to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like no big deal. Now, if you say hello, I'll say hello, because I know you live around the way. So it's like, okay, cool. For me, I just need to know who car is whose, so I know where I'm at and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to know from you. We don't got to talk every day. I just need to know, oh, okay, that's his ride. Oh, okay, that's their ride. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If I happen to know where your spot at, that's that. But I don't need to know, you know what I'm saying? So This person, it could be somebody that's in your community with the 11th house. You know what I'm saying? But they want to talk to you, but they, I don't know. You could be somebody who don't rock with a lot of people, so they can't feel you out. This is what I'm getting here. All right, let me see what else we got going on. So yeah, I'm getting some of y'all could be dealing with somebody like that. If not, this could just be somebody in general who's around you who might be interested in communicating with you. Yeah, we have passing notes. With the shy energy. See, let's see what this where the book at. This is something from the past, nostalgia. So you known this person before, or let me see what this means. Passing notes. You might have told this some person about an experience you had before. Gossip, scandal, rumors. Okay, yeah. So this person may have heard some things about you. Okay, like I said, with the community, could be some people talking shit about you. I don't know who this could be. Maybe because you different. You don't follow everybody. The 11th house energy is somebody who don't be on social media following after everybody. And you could tell the people who do. And that's what I'll be talking about with the internet guy or the internet girl. So I seen the internet guy today, and I'm just like, oh, this dude. And I was like, yo, he want attention. This person, this is what they want. They want some attention. They want you to look at them like, oh, and pay them some attention and say hello to them, or know that you in their spot and they was there before you, type of nuttiness, right? So I don't know if some of y'all dealing with something in your community, something like that, where people is just acting funny around you, your neighbors, or trying to make you look like something wrong with you because you don't want to, dabble into whatever they into. So this could be rumors, like you could be acting shy, like, no, I'm not interested, like turning down invites, oh, well, we're having a cookout, you can come over, or we're having a barbecue, or we're having anyway. Well, we're having a birthday party, or we meet down at the bar, or da 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 da. And some of you may be like, yo, I'm good, because you know what this person's intent is and you're not trying to deal with it. Or it's just some funny shit going on here. You know what I mean? They could be jealous and envious of you and what you got, and they want to interfere in your connection. So it could be something like that. So y'all got to be careful with who you be friends with, who you go out with, who you socializing with. It could be somebody that you cool with, that you telling things to, and they're telling somebody else, and this other person that they're telling got it out for you, whether the person that they running their mouth to know it or not. This could just be somebody who runs their mouth, and we all know lots of people like that run their mouth. So the best thing for you to do, and you already know, water, you don't want nobody to know about it, don't say nothing to nobody about it. If it's something that you mad that somebody would find out about, then you just shush. Water is like that, okay? I can't speak for air. I can't. I could tell you water will do that. So for some of y'all, there's air energy here. So somebody might be wanting you to join their group. This could be somebody who swing, or somebody who is into occult studies or occult sciences, or they into alternative lifestyle in some way, shape, or form. And it don't have to be anything positive or negative. It could just be how you see it, okay? But it may be something that you're not into or you're not interested in, and they looking at you like you snubbing them because you're not recognizing them as what the internet says they are, whatever they follow. Right? You're not recognizing them. You're supposed to be kissing their ass, Like if you a woman and you see them, you're supposed to be like, yo, yo, yo. Or if you are a man, 10 of cups, you're supposed to be all over them. You're supposed to want a family with them, and you're supposed to want to be with them. And yeah, here's the page of cup energy in reverse. And while they don't sweat you, this is how they supposed to be. You supposed to be like this, and they supposed to be the page of the page of cup in reverse. Like this, they want you to join their community. They supposed to have lots of women, and you supposed to not care. There's that third party energy right there. So somebody mad at you because you're not down with the program. Okay? I don't know what's wrong with you and why you not, but apparently something wrong with you. Okay? You could be okay. Yeah, here's Leo energy. Yeah, so it's like you not falling for the charm. Everybody else do. Why you don't? Like I got the fly, yo. He was out there cleaning his, he was out there cleaning his truck earlier, and that's what made me think about him because I was sitting here like, okay, I got to do the water sign video, and so I was lighting the candles, clearing the room and everything, and I happened to look, and my blinds was open, and I'm like, yeah, let me close my blinds so I could light the candle so nobody could, see in here. Because at a distance, from a distance, you might be able to try to see something in here depending on how the lighting is. So I was like, let me get that straightened out. So I did that, and he was out there cleaning out his truck, and I'm just like, yo, this dude, he must be going somewhere tonight or to some type of event. But he was dressed up, cleaning up his truck like he didn't have on no sweats and no tee, like he was dolled up, cleaning his truck. Like, I mean, he had the doors open. He was cleaning the tires. He was wiping down the windows. Like, he was, he had the doors open. He had the trunk open. I'm like, oh, okay. But he was dolled up. This is the cutie pie here. Everybody want to be with them. Okay? This is what was going on. So, yeah. But this person, you could know one of these type of people, and they could be talking shit about you because you don't do what they do. You ain't sweating them. They can't get you to participate. Yeah, you got values. You got morals. Okay. You'd be like, nah, B, that's not how this is working. I'm in control of me. You don't lay the rules down. You don't, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody like, no, I don't live my life that way. I don't see you like that. Sorry. Right? And you don't pay this energy any mind where they got all these other people sweating them. I don't even need to clarify these major arcana. Usually I do. But I just, it's very specific. So some of you are dealing with someone like this, okay, whether you met an internet guy or an internet girl, or maybe you have a child who's growing up and they being influenced by the internet and you trying to tell them to think for themselves, not to be following, everything that they hear. Maybe you're somebody who's like, yo, I need to take a break from the internet because I'm, on here too much. That's a good thing to do. Maybe save it for times when, okay, the only time you should be even on it is like, say, when you at the doctor's office and you gotta wait, or you at the kids, school and you got to pick them up and you surfing real quick because you just passing time because it's going to take them 15 minutes to get to the car, right? Something like that. But other than that, why would you need it? You could check your email. If you got to do some research online, that's something different, right? But I'm talking about going to social media, like take a break from that. Get in touch with who you are. Go out into the world and socialize if you want to, right? But you don't have to be subjected to that. You could turn that shit off. Just know you always have the power. Okay, I just need to let somebody know that you always in control with strength. You set your own rules with the world energy, okay, and you do what it is that you feel you need to do. You don't have to go do what everybody else is doing. As long as you ain't hurting nobody hurting you, live your life, do you. All right, I wish you the best with that. Let's talk about your career, money, and finance. We got the crown energy talking about personal power. We was just talking about that. The challenge is being encouraged. Okay? What you may want to consider is tapping into your 12th house energy. The possibilities are endless. You got to use your imagination and decide what it is that you really want and manifest it. That's the only way you're going to be able to manifest it, is you got to see it first. What is it that you truly want? Right? This is about manifestation power. So when it comes to career, money, and finance, it's so funny. I was just looking at before I came onto this to do this reading. And before I had turned off everything and start clearing the air and everything, I was watching this video about sex magic, masturbation, sex magic. So for some of you, this is what I'm getting here. It's like you could channel your sexual energy. Like some of you, maybe you have desires and you have needs, especially if you're a man, you got to figure out what to do with that energy. That's a lot of energy to deal with. So for some of you, maybe you trying to be celibate, or you just trying to chill with, doing whatever you're doing. So you're trying to figure out what else to do with that energy. You don't have to be a man. You could be a woman too. You're just trying to figure out other things you could do with your sexual energy. You may want to look into, masturbation, sex magic. Okay, you could channel that energy. That is the energy that everything is born from, the imagination, creation, right? Your personal power, right? That's your personal energy. That's your personal reserve to manifest whatever it is that you want. So you can harness that energy, save it. The more you save it and don't share it, the more power it has for you. And then you can decide whatever it is that you want. You know, you fast for, a period of days, stay away from the things that you love the most for a period of days. And then that last time frame or whatever you want to do, you can correlate it with the moon, whatever number of days you want to do, but sacrifice and decide what it is that you want and put that energy out there, right? And then see what comes about. So some of you, you're trying to figure out what else to do with that energy, and that taps into your money and your career and finance because you want to tap into your personal power. That's on a spiritual level. Now, for some of you on the 3D level here, maybe you are trying to take a class. Maybe you're considering taking a class or going into a different industry. Okay, maybe you want to do something more creative. Yeah, that could be nudging you, you feeling, like, why am I not able to tap in? What's going on? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. For some of you, it could be just a matter of, what should I be doing? So maybe you know what you should be doing, but you just haven't done it. For a lot of you, you know what you're drawn to. You know what it is that you like. How come you haven't looked into the steps of doing it? And if you've looked into the steps, how come you haven't started those steps? And if you started them, how come you didn't finish? And if you didn't finish, why? Like, how come you're not moving forward? And it could be because you're not feeling encouraged. So we have another nostalgia card, developing photos. So you being encouraged could have something to do with the past here, developing photos. So this could be about memories of something. Let me see, developing photos. It said, yep, memory, reminders, hints of, maybe something that happened in the past. So I'm getting one of those energies of, the only reason you're fearing moving forward is because of something you didn't do in the past, or you may have failed at something in the past, or maybe in the past there was nobody saying you could do it. Come on, you could do it. Or maybe you was the only one doing it and that wasn't enough for you. The universe is where's your faith? Where's your belief with the 12th house? You have to have belief. You have to have faith. Tap into that Pisces energy, that North Node Pisces energy. That's having belief and having faith and going for what you want. And stop focusing on what happened in the past. This is a shout out to my entrepreneurs. You may have started a business that didn't work out. You may have got back on the horse and started another business. Maybe things didn't go right with that, or they went a different way than what you thought. Maybe you got to start again. Maybe it's been 3 or 4 times. I think Abraham, what would they say? Abraham Lincoln lost the election, I don't know how many times before he won. So some of y'all just got that spirit that, or and that's in your chart. You just ain't meant to, you just got to keep going. You just got to figure something else out. Tap into your energy, your 12th house energy. Meditate, figure out how to get into that, because that's what's going to help you. Tell me more about this, please. Yeah, your spiritual beliefs, your faith is what's going to help you to manifest what it is that you want. And you getting, and with the disturbance energy, you getting a monkey off your back anyway, because you need something to do with that sexual energy, whether you're a man or a woman. You need something. Women got sexual energy as well. All right. So you need to do something positive with that if you're not intimate with someone, or you don't want to be, or you just want to learn how to do something, different with it. So yeah, there's the 2 of Swords energy. So it's like you're looking at different ways to do things. You're, you've learned from the past that, maybe sharing your energy with just anybody is a problem, or could be a problem. Or you're looking at why you did what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you understanding the unknown, because the unknown is the 12th house. So maybe you're trying to understand why you did something the way you did it. So maybe that's what happened with your last business venture. So maybe, you stopped someplace or things didn't go past a certain point. Maybe it's because, oh, I didn't have the money to pay that, for that fee. Or I didn't have the money for the paperwork. I got to fill out the paperwork. It costs $250. It don't matter what it is. It could be $2,000 or it could be $13,000 or, I got a tax bill of $5,000 or I got a tax bill of $100,000 or, I got a million in it, and whatever your number is, it don't matter. You could be somebody who's, called lower class, middle class, you could be somebody who got money, a millionaire, a billion. It don't matter. Everybody got bills. Okay, I'm saying. So you could just be in a situation where it's like, okay, how can I, in general, like, how can I make this energy work for me? Everybody got sexual energy. Everybody got manifestation energy. That's what that Leo energy is. You having control over it, channel it the way you want to. All right, yeah, here's the Page of Swords upright. Exactly. So that's 3 swords. So for some of you, there could have been 3 different circumstances or 3 different situations where, things didn't work out the way you wanted them to. Maybe, with this Libra energy here, because the 2 of Swords and the Page of Swords, to me, that's Libra energy. Maybe the scales weren't balanced. You were trying to relate to things that you couldn't, right? Or people you couldn't. Okay. So, or situations that, weren't for you to do. Legally, again, paperwork I'm getting here with Saturn and Libra, with the 3 of Swords. Okay, so some paperwork may have need to be filled out. Maybe you didn't know about it. Or like I said, you couldn't figure out where to get the money from. Something like that. Maybe that was what was weighing you down. Yeah, here's the Lover energy in reverse. Maybe you made a wrong choice. So maybe that's where you where you could have done something differently. Maybe that would have been a turning point or a learning point. Maybe somebody is not seeing a learning point. Or maybe it was their perspective that is what was holding them back. Maybe it was somebody they was dealing with the Lover energy in reverse. You had the wrong type of partner around you. So yeah, this person could have been messing with your energy, messing with your manifestation vibration. Yeah. See, the thing is that you trying to figure out what to do with that energy, with the Ace of Cups, what to do with your love. All right, yeah, and with that developing film, yeah, this is you have a reminder. That's what that 3 of Swords is, the Saturn and Libra. A reminder, a painful reminder of how you didn't keep things balanced, or you was trying to relate to something that. And it's like, you don't know what to do with this. So surrender it in a sense where you could, channel it for yourself, use it for yourself. All right. Now, if this is not about trying to figure out how to harness your sexual energy and manifest money with it, some of you, maybe you are trying to refrain from sleeping with someone at the job, messing with someone at the job. There could be someone that you work with or someone that you do business with, that you're attracted to. I don't know what's encouraging you or challenging you to, okay, maybe what you experienced in the past, maybe making you feel like, yo, I shouldn't go there. I've already learned from the past. But you looking at the past like, yo, I done already made too many mistakes. Let me just chill. So maybe some of you, it could be somebody at the job here trying to come on to you. Maybe you're just the type of person who you don't mess with people that you work with, or you don't want to mix business and pleasure in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, for some of you, that could be the case here. Some of you could be, maybe you decided to have a child. Maybe this person, maybe somebody's coming. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like there's a woman here who's coming to the conclusion that she, because of her relationship that she was in, that I guess she, this guy wanted her to have this baby. She was doing well financially, And so she chose love, or what she thought was love, which was him, and she went ahead and had a baby. And so as a result, she wasn't able to, she couldn't balance following her dreams and following her career versus, being in love and being a housewife. I'm getting specifically that. And so somebody is now, I guess, separated from this person. Maybe this person passed away. Maybe the husband passed away, and somebody is like regretful. Um, I don't know if that has something to do. Maybe somebody, okay, that could be another thing here with career, money, and finance. Maybe someone's passing. Somebody could be regretful that they didn't have a child with this person because this person may have passed away and they're not entitled to anything. That's just somebody's thoughts. I'm just putting that out there. So there, that could be what's going on here. You could be trying to figure out, yo, what is this person thinking, or what was they thinking? This is what they was thinking. All right. But somebody is like, the universe is telling you, you never know what's going to happen. This could be your own self undoing as well, because the 12th house is your own self undoing. So for some of you, mixing business with pleasure is your own self undoing. You shouldn't do it. And so if you wondering if you should, I wouldn't, based on this. Because you ain't gonna be able to get rid of that person. They're gonna drain you of your power, or these people drain you of your power. You're with the wrong partners. And maybe this is you subconsciously attracting people who are wounded. So you could be a healer energy, and you got to be careful of the people that you're intimate with. So you got to do something with your, again, I keep going back to you got to do something with your sexual energy. But even if you're not into, if you're not interested in sex magic, you don't want to know about how to do that. You could just be somebody who you still got to be careful who you messing with. When you celibate, you have a lot of personal power, and you can manifest whatever you want. So you could just sit and meditate and just think about what it is that you want. You don't have to tap in sexually, but you thinking about it and, doing what you need to do, that's going to, of course, enhance the energy. Okay. All right. So I wish you the best with that. Let's talk about what's going on in your family life, love life, social life. We got mountains, obstacles. The challenge is you're trying not to be irritated. There's some changes coming about here. What you may want to consider is that there's opposition here. So you may want to try to figure out where you could balance the scales, because there's two opposing sides. That's what I was getting here with this 3 of Swords here in the 12th house. That's surrender. So your money and your family situation could be related here. There's some opposition here. Okay, when it comes to your family life, love life, social life, let's get some clarity. Water energy. Pride. So things could be difficult because of someone's ego, or someone may be being difficult to you because they feel like you're being egotistic, or your pride. It doesn't mean that you are or aren't. It could just be somebody who could be upset because, like I said, there's a woman here earlier who realizes that, she fell in love with this dude or whatever. She was financially successful doing her thing, and he looked at her as if she was too proud. So she realizing that she got trapped with a baby, basically. And maybe it happened to her 2 or 3 times, okay, by men in general, right? And so what she's realizing over here is that they looked at her as if she had pride and she had ego because she had accomplishments. Maybe she worked hard for these accomplishments, but the people that she was with, the guys that she was with, he could have been like one of these internet dudes. Your degrees don't mean anything to me, type of thing. Instead of building with her with the information she had, and they could have built and made an empire together, he wanted to look at her as if her accolades couldn't help him and couldn't help build. Like, that's crazy to me, but that's how a lot of these people be thinking, these internet dudes and these internet chicks, because they don't be wanting to work. They be wanting to, live, where everything is paid for, everything is taken care of. And it's just like, yo, okay, well, what is you giving up for that? Like, you a dependent now, right? So that means you don't have no rights. You was like a large child. Okay, so you don't go nowhere. You got to figure out something to do with yourself in the house. So I guess what you gonna be on social media, I guess, I don't know, but everybody got this going on here. This is this energy here. I don't know why, and I'm not knocking nobody. Do what you want, live your life. I'm not knocking you. I'm just telling you it's ego energy here, right? So somebody's irritated. Okay, we have fox. Yeah, the animal, the fox, irritated. Like somebody thinks somebody is slick or somebody outfoxed somebody. See, this is this woman here feeling outfoxed by this guy. Okay, or it could be a guy. Like, yo, he may be someone who had his career aspirations. He was doing his thing and he ran into, this woman. Usually he don't, get into it like that, but he chose her and she, took advantage and ended up, maybe she turkey basted him. I don't know, something like that. These women be doing all kinds of tricks trying to get these, pregnant by these dudes with this money. So maybe she did one of them type of things. But anyway, she tricked him. She outfoxed him. And so, because she was just trying to get a piece of whatever he had. But let's see with this fox energy. We know what the fox is, but let's just see what the books say. Yeah. Cunning, sly, mischievous. Yeah. So, she or he, whoever it is, they was real slick with it. And you realizing it now. You looking back at it like, yo, I trusted this chick. Or I made a mistake in trusting her. Maybe she lied and told you she was pregnant. And then, she lied and told you 3 different times. And each time later on, she had a miscarriage or an abortion. And that was just to keep you around so you wouldn't go nowhere. So now maybe she a baby mom's now. That's your baby mom's now. And you got to try to figure out with the opposition and balance energy how to work things out with this woman or this man, whoever. Okay. However it worked. Maybe it's the in-laws or the family members that got to figure out how to work things out. They looking at this dude or this chick like, yo. You know what I'm saying? One of them type of in-law type of situations like this mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this motherfucker really, like, you don't even be wanting to go and hang out with your peoples because of this month. Like, come on, man. They be just blow. It's just like they blow the whole mood. Blow the whole mood. Yeah, 5 of Wands. What I tell you? They blow the whole mood. Always some bullshit going on. Always some drama. Always, gotta be the center of fucking attention. Every time y'all want to do something, they gotta have a problem. Or you know how every time you come around, right? You come around and visit your people, or they come chill with you for a little bit. Y'all go somewhere or do something. They get back home to their partner. Next thing you know, them and their partner fighting and shit. One of them type of things. It ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun. I'm laughing because it's very common. Like, you know what I'm saying. Okay, some of y'all got friends like that. Y'all can't go nowhere as a group of women, whether single, married, like y'all can't intermingle because God forbid y'all dudes is, oh no, you don't need to be, and it's like all women need to connect. All men need to connect. Let them go do what they do. Why you worrying about what they do? Just let them go. Some people like, oh hell no, I'm not blah blah blah. It's like you can't control people. You have to let people be. Maybe some of y'all will have better relationships if y'all just let y'all partners go commune with who they want to commune with and let them do what they do when they connect. They gotta come back to you. They ain't going no goddamn where. Right? And even so, like, you don't own a person. Let people, I don't know, I'm just a proponent of, letting people live their life. People gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna show you who they are. It's up to you to believe it. And you could either accept it or you could just say that's not for me and go find something that's for you. It's easier said than done, but it's like a muscle. The more you exercise it and practice it. But that's not even the bad part here. It's like once you're trying to move away from this person, they trying to put you in a chokehold with the strength energy. They don't want you going nowhere. It's like, yo, time is up. This shit is old. Tired of not speaking up and not saying how I really feel about a situation. Like, nah. Like, I'm mature now with this 11th house energy. I love myself. That's not what I want. That with that page of cup energy in reverse, that's not what I want. So for some of y'all are outgrowing a cycle here of somebody y'all was dealing with, somebody you got children with. For most of y'all, yeah, embarrassed. So for some of y'all with that out fox energy, this person out slicked you, out tricked you. You could be feeling embarrassed now that you figured things out. It's like, yo, this person cheated me out of a lot of time. It don't even have to be that you have kids with this person. You could have been with this person for a really long period of time. And you're just realizing that, yo, you might have been intimidated by this person. And that could have been why, you was embarrassed to say anything. I don't know. That's for somebody. Then we have anxious. Yeah, maybe this person made you nervous. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. So maybe this person scared you, okay, and you was afraid. Or maybe you was afraid to be alone for some of you. That could have been it. You might have been embarrassed by what people would have said if you wasn't dealing with someone. So you let society intimidate you. But while you was with this person, you was very anxious. You wasn't happy. Let's see what's going on with divine timing. All right, we got 3 of those. So we got next new moon, which would be let me see, overnight in January. Let me see when the next new moon is. We just got off the full moon lunar eclipse. I think that's gonna be a solar eclipse. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, March 29th. So that's what, a week and a half, a week from now. Hold on. That's a week from now, next Saturday. Today's the 22nd. So we got a solar eclipse coming. So that's the next new moon. All right. And then we got overnight. And then we also have January. So take what resonates. Let's see what's going on with your money, water. All right. So if you got any money coming in besides your regular income, what you got coming in, where is it coming from? And if you're spending outside of your regular expenditures, what you spending it on? All right, let me hold a little something. Okay? Somebody might be coming to you wanting to borrow a little something. You know what it is. All right? Could be somebody's birthday. Okay, so your kid could be coming to you. Let me hold a little something, daddy. My birthday coming. Okay. All right. Or mom, let me hold a little something. My birthday is next week. That's what I want for my birthday. Back in the day, my mom used to be like, you get 3 choices for your birthday. Give me 3 things that you will want, and I'll get you one of them 3. And you'd be like, all right, well, I'll take cash, or I'll this amount of cash, or I'll take these particular sneakers, or these particular game systems, or whatever you was doing when you was a kid. And then you have promotion and relocation. So somebody might be ready to move. They might be getting a promotion, so they might be moving. Okay, so they could be celebrating. So somebody might be needing to borrow some money because they moving. Like, yo, let me hold a little something. I got a promotion. I'm trying to get over here to get to it. I just need a little something to help me with the relocation. You're like, okay, cool, I got you. They might call you overnight or by the next new moon and ask for that. Okay. Somebody is like, yo, I didn't know your birthday, or I missed your birthday. Let me celebrate. I know your birthday was in January, but let me take you out for your birthday anyway. Okay. Or it's Aries season, so birthday, somebody could be, taking someone out. But look at somebody getting a promotion. Okay. That's what's up. All right. That's beautiful energy there. That's what's up. All right. So let's see what else we got going on for water. Let's see what's going on with love. Tap a little more into that. Some of y'all met someone. A friendship is leading to more, or maybe this person wants to befriend you. That could be the one who might want you to join in a little crew. Okay, we was talking about the 11th house energy that has to do with friendships. We have fated, a destined partnership, and then we have second chance. So some of you, somebody could be coming back in, wanting to start off, maybe you're like, yo, they want to be friends. Okay, this could be someone from the past wanting a second chance. But you're like, okay, let's just take it easy first. So that could be it. This is fated in some way, shape, or form, because for some of you, this is karmic, because the Saturn energy came up and the Leo energy came up here. So for some of you, this is a karmic type of love type of thing here, okay, where you have to get control over yourself with this person. For some of you, you've outgrown this situation, but they don't want to let go. That's why they want a second chance. Or this could be you wanting a second chance. You don't want to let go, okay? But someone is like, look, we could just be friends. That's it, right? But you can't change this, okay? This is the way it's meant to be. It's meant to be over for a reason. Somebody needs to know that, okay? Somebody trying to change fate. Somebody, we need to be very careful, okay? Very careful what they allow to go down. Okay. Here we go with the apology. Yeah, you put this person at a distance with the distance energy. Okay. Or maybe this person is still married and involved with someone, and you letting them know, look, I'm distancing myself till you get that divorce, that separation. We could be friends. We getting to know each other. Okay, cool. But that's all it's going to be until you get that paperwork. All right. And then we have fate, apology. So for some of you, this person may come in that wants a second chance and wants to apologize, but it could just be about lust. It's all about greed by any means necessary. This is someone who's very inconsiderate. That could be what the fated part about this connection is, if you accept this person's apology. All right, like, be careful. They coming back around, but why? Just period. Why do anybody come towards you? You need to figure that out before you start investing your time and energy into anything with this person or with these people. All right. Yeah, see, they become addicted to your energy because you just not the average. Okay. This is why you can't just be in connections with people, just being, intimate with people. You got to investigate people with this detective card, and they could be watching you as well. That's why they looking at you like, oh, you not sweating me? Yeah, here we go with the Leo energy again showing up. This is someone who is very attractive. They used to attention. They used to people looking at them. They dressed up all the time, even when they cleaning their car. They got on linen, cleaning their car. You know what I'm saying? Like a linen shoes, not linen shoes, but they fully dialed up, just cleaning the car, literally getting and cleaning the car, the chemical spraying and wiping, and you getting that all on your linen, sir, because you got to look fly. Come on, man. Come on. So this is what we dealing with here. Like, that's how he feel. That's him. All right. But this is what you're dealing with here. And somebody, may be feeling like this is somebody who just does too much. That's what that Five of Wands is here as well. And that Fox energy is like this person, they do things for attention. They mischievous. Very mischievous, very much so. All right. So let's get you a soul. Let's get you a soul care card. We're going to wrap up this reading. This person, I don't know who this is, but they want attention. They are not used to people not paying attention to them, especially the people they want paying attention to them. Okay? And you not following the rules. I don't know what's wrong with you, water. Okay? Or maybe it's somebody you attracted to who is not following the rules. Like, how is this motherfucker not sweating me yet? How is that possible? Okay? But we got the love card here. So it says, love people, love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. Exactly. For some of y'all, this person, it's like you got to love yourself first. You got to know where the boundaries are. And that's what loving yourself is about. All right. I was just hearing first love is, how you hear these sayings, self-love is the first love. But until you've actually been in situations where you've had to end situations that were not healthy for you because you truly love yourself, now you really, that saying has some gravity with you. It's not like, yo, I understand what it is. I understand what you mean. Now it's like, yo, that you have that experience. Now you have acquired the wisdom, and it's like, now you know what it's like. Okay. You know what it's like. This is somebody saying to you, oh, you know what it's like to sit in a shitty diaper. Everybody will be like, ew. But how many of us recently have actually sat in a shitty diaper? Nobody has, right? On the app, nobody has. Now just imagine if you really had to. and you had to sit there in that shit. Do you imagine how uncomfortable that is? That's the gravity of the situation when you be saying some of these sayings. It's like now you know what it's like because you done sat in that shit. Okay? So, but you realized you had to put the boundaries down, and that's where self-love came in. You got to love yourself first. And once you do that, then you're going to radiate energy of those who love themselves. And so they're going to respect your boundaries. And you ain't got to sit here and keep talking to a person, trying to talk to them, and they don't understand English. They keep violating. And you're going to learn a lesson one way or another. It's faded. All right, that's what I got, Water. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading later.